everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the 1600 AD Colonialism mod. Last time around, we were able to take Brussels, Flanders. Since then, I've been able to add on, get some extra troops, but also been able to kind of secure the area. We've made some moves in the New World as well. The armies are now on the move up here, so hopefully we'll be able to strike against the Iroquois pretty soon. And also with a priest moving into here, we'll hopefully be able to move these guys pretty soon. Recruited an extra pikeman over here. I had a naval battle. Now, this one took a bloody hour, and we didn't actually manage to sink that many ships, but because they were the attackers and they were not able to sink me within an hour, I technically won, which sunk all their ships except two, which I had managed to force them to surrender, but that was only because those ships were already kind of broken up, had really low crew and really low guns. So that's what happened there. But what we're gonna do today is the fact that there's a French army that's moved in. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this one came from. It most likely moved down from Metz, but I'm not entirely sure. It could be, I mean, they are allied with Brandenburg. Who is France else? They're at war with the Habsburgs. So they could definitely be fighting the Habsburgs. It could be an army retreating from the fight there. Okay, so that's really the only major one. There's Württemberg. So most likely... yeah, most likely they've been fighting down here somewhere and then been forced to retreat. And then they came up here, attacked Luxembourg, and now they're poised to attack Brussels. Now, I do think they will actually avoid that, and they will just raid everything on their way back to France. And I guess hope that I won't attack. But obviously I will attack, because I do believe it's a weaker force. It's broken already, or broken down. While mine is at full strength almost, except for a few units that I've purposely not replenished. With all of that said, let's go ahead and attack and take down this French army so we can actually continue on and hopefully attack Paris and kind of end the war. So we outnumber them with about 500 to 600 men. The most important part is that I've got a lot more pistoliers and I've got a lot more cannons that will work wonders on their big pike formations. With all of that said, let's go ahead and fight this battle. We're looking at my new and improved Earl of Newcastle's regiment, which numbers 400 pikemen, compared to the very measly 160 that we had before. So we've got the Earl of Newcastle. It's these guys, they're white with blue pants. And then off to the flank we've got the Northampton, which is green with red pants. And I've got one of those on either side, backed up by the smaller heavy pikemen. And then pistoliers on the side. We've got the demi-cannons right here. And the 12 pounders here. And with that said, let's go ahead and start. Take a look where the enemy is positioning themselves. First things first is to start moving up the pistoliers to harass the enemy and shoot at them as much as possible before we start marching up the pike squares to end them rightly. So these guys are going to come in contact with the enemy first. And he's forming into square there. It's a heavy pike unit. I'll move as close. Oh, we got a pretty big unit of Swiss pikemen. These guys are dangerous. We saw that in the first battle. There was just a small unit, but they were able to inflict quite a lot. Okay, they're being sandwiched. You need to pull back. Good shot there. Killed about 30 of them. Now let's see if these guys can go ahead and fire. What's going on over here? Ah. Gendarmes are attacking in the flank of my pistoliers, and that flank attack actually killed loads of my guys. I imagine that the enemy then is a lot better at melee. I'm gonna move these guys around, and then I'm gonna shoot into the flank. We lost almost 30 in that charge. I'm gonna move them into the flank. I'm gonna fire. Okay, we're gonna move back here. We've shot quite a few enemies over here. So I'm gonna fire into the enemy cavalry's flank. And that changed the fight drastically. They lost about half the manpower, but so did we. But we won that fight, which is good. My pistoliers doing good work. They've almost taken 100 men out of this unit. Just being mischievous pistoliers in the sides. So I see a unit of arquebusiers closing in. We definitely want to deal with them. And we got another unit of heavy pikes. We're gonna advance. We're gonna start advancing over here. We need to pull back again. This guy can sit where he is. Okay, there's more units coming in. We're gonna advance the pikes at this point. We have another fight. Oh, it's against pikes. That's not great. So you guys are trying to fight them. We're gonna charge in both pike units. We've taken loads out of this one. Slowly retreating as the enemy advances. Looks like we're winning over here. What I should have done is actually taken the smaller unit to the flank. Or really, I should have moved it around. So we got pike. Okay. It's just a massive slaughter. My pistoliers over here. There's a bit of problem here keeping track on both flanks at the same time. I think what we'll do is we'll recall the cavalry. Better use back here. So the French pike formation got cut up pretty badly. For some reason they've all forgot their helmets at home. And they're now being pushed back. Why don't you ride up in the back of this one? It's heavy pikemen. I've formed pike, tried to at least for the pike wall against these guys. Seem to be working pretty good. I can see that a lot of enemy pikemen are dying comparatively to how many we are losing. And then the pistoliers firing into their backs. Definitely doesn't help their case. And then we've got some heavy pikes coming at us here. We should be able to... Oh! should be able to move into pike line there and slaughter that line. Now I just want to organize them a little bit because we've got a lot of enemies coming in from the flank. Definitely want to make sure that we see if we can shoot as many of those Swiss pikemen as possible. And then we prepare here by forming into pike wall. We're gonna have this one. Maybe I can have you ride around and go for the enemy's cannon. Are they trying to bypass us? We can form more pike walls if the enemy wants that. So we easily outmaneuver those guys. There was a cannon somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Not really where I wanted you guys to move, actually. Flanking shots. And now the Swiss pikemen are coming in to meet our pikemen. Constant firing on these guys. I'm surprised they're still standing, or I shouldn't be, because as we've seen in this mod, the units stand up against quite a lot of damage before they start to rout. So the Swiss pikemen charging into our phalanx formation, our pike wall, didn't go too well for them. And they're actually starting to rout. So I think we're looking at... damn it, I was unable to actually move into the pike square. Or the pike formation. But I will be able to drop all the different formations here. And we'll be able to attack the enemy's pike from multiple directions. Now I want them to try and charge towards the enemy cavalry. So we've got loads of English pikemen moving forwards. The enemy was routed. The enemy was routed over here as well. So this is how we should conduct ourselves in this early stage. Before we are able to recruit proper units to take care of the enemy. Now we're gonna concentrate all pikes on attacking this Harkebusier unit. For some reason the cannons decided to shoot up this house, which I don't think was necessary. I wonder, do you reach? Canister might reach these guys. Continue to attack that one. Oh, now we've torn down the house completely. I want the pistoliers to ride around and attack the enemy from the back. And the enemy pistoliers march straight into our pike formation. We've got tons and tons of pikes. We do have an enemy heavy pike that's coming up right behind us, but we know how to deal with that one. Turns out the canister wasn't able to fire that far. We're gonna move into pike wall. We're gonna bring in the pistoliers, the two groups of pistoliers, to fire in the flanks. Same time we've got two pistoliers moving in here. I want one up on the hill and one down there. Both of them should fire at will. The enemy is trying to bypass the pike unit or attacking it in the flank. Pistoliers are coming in. We're sending in more pikes. The Earl of Newcastle is attacking with his regiment. And now Pistoliers are coming from multiple angles. Our Pistoliers shot down the arquebusiers to the point where they are now retreating. And so is the rest of the enemy army. We are victorious. It took us 12 minutes to win the fight. And what am I doing? This is definitely how the battles should be conducted. And I still have an army ready to fight, which is good. So it's not a complete slaughter as previous battles. So I am very pleased with these results. Just make sure that we run down this French arquebusier unit. So we've turned it around. We've figured out a method to fight with pike, pistolier, and cannon. Now, probably need a few more battles until we can actually perfect the battle strategy. But this is a very good start. So we can see a major difference here. That we actually have quite a substantial force left, while the enemy doesn't. So out of our 2,400 men, about 1,900 of them survived. So that's only about 500 men lost. While we, in turn, inflicted 1,500 casualties on the enemy, leaving only about 400 of them left. Highest killers goes to 2 pike units, the Newcastle regiments. Then we got the pistoliers, heavy pikemen, pistoliers. Very good. The battles, the cannons didn't really do that much. One cannon got 5 kills, another one got 3. So not very good use of the cannons in this, but the cannon placement wasn't that good, and I never actually managed where they're gonna be firing. So I think they were firing for the arquebusiers. That was sitting in the back slopes of a hill. So they just missed every shot and they all bounced into that house instead. Where that poor Belgian guy was sitting with his fries and, why are they shooting at me? Please stop! Right, so we won that fight. I would have liked to completely destroy them. I think there's a bigger tolerance in this for how many troops have to be left for the army to actually be considered alive. I think in Napoleon it probably would have been alive as well, but it would have been kinda on the edge of having it completely destroyed. Now the Belgians, not too happy about us destroying that fries-eating guy's house. So we need to come back and hold this down. Hopefully at some point though. I should be able to leave this area with very little garrison and march on Paris. Could actually march on Metz and take that. But I don't want to get too involved here. What we want to do is reign supreme in North America. So I really want to focus on that, and with our allies, the Dutch, safe and sound in their corner of the world, we should hopefully be able to focus back on colonialism. Now it was a bit unfortunate, of course, that I didn't get the right starting position, because as I gather, the different starting position would have more or less eliminated the Virginia Company, and this would have all been, I don't know, I haven't actually seen I haven't taken that close of a look at it. So I don't know if it would have been Indian nations or if it would have been set up as a rebel territory. But yeah, that's how it is sometimes. And a few people have been asking me to post videos on how to install it. Well, clearly I'm not the guy to show you how to install it if I installed it wrong. Given that the battle was only 10 minutes, I think we can go ahead and end turn, and we can kind of set up for the next episode with a possible battle in North America. I should also note in between the turns that Spain took over Morocco. Not entirely sure if they will be able to hold on to it. Looks like there might be a rebellion brewing there. Lots of Spanish fleets. Need to keep an eye on that. Anyways, let's end turn and see what the enemy has in store for us. The king is dead, or I mean, I should say the queen. It's a bit iffy because I think that's the part of the starting position that it would have renamed, because we do have the picture of Elizabeth. So it is Elizabeth who has died. Whoever this guy wrote this is probably getting hanged right now for misgendering the queen. How very topical. So the new leader of this nation is King George the First. Okay, so they're really unhappy about breaking down the Fry's house to the point where they're attacking the walls. Not at all how I expect the guy to look, but he's an industrial revolutionary, he's honest, he's status quo, and he's pious. So, honest and industrial revolutionary, good traits. Pious, definitely. Status quo. Reduce the clamor of reform, but it gives 1 minus happiness to the lower classes, which, I mean, and the thing is, the upside to it, 1 plus happiness for nobility, is like, the nobility never revolts. It's like, I don't think I have ever, oh god. Oh yes, we had an election, didn't we? This is also one of the things. I guess that would have changed in the starting positions, that we would have been an absolute monarchy instead of a constitutional one. You're god awful. Fugal and thrifty. -2. Should I switch someone out? Tax is kind of important. Look at how that changed everything. Just switching them out. Okay, we're gonna favor the army. This guy's okay. This guy's nothing! How do you get in there? Probably sucking up to someone. God, you're out. And... What? You're in again? What? Wait, how did that... I kicked him out! But he's still there. Wait, we switch... Oh! Wrong guy. I kicked out that guy. Oh, this is pretty good. Management of treasury... He's pretty good at treasury, actually. What if I switched you guys? Look at that, it's only 3 when he's there. This guy's 5. Then we do this, this guy's a 5, and now there's a 4 for America. But I wonder if... Oh, it's a 4... I don't know. Maybe I need more in Navy than I need in America. Recruitment cost, upkeep cost. I think upkeep cost in American stuff there is gonna work a lot better. Right, well, then we fix that. These guys have turned back, so we're gonna have to smash them. We've built up some mines because we got that steam pump. Oh yeah, I probably didn't say that, but I did a load of research trades with a lot of nations, and I managed to get the steam pump from Sweden, I think. And I'm converting the church school at Oxford to a school to improve our technological advance. There's gonna be so much happiness here anyways. Not right now, but it's gonna increase once I get the Somerset House. Once I get, after this, I will get the British Museum, so I'll get lots of happiness. So I can keep 2 of these areas here. And we can kind of split it up so I can do multiple research. Because right now, I'm kind of lacking a little bit. I've been trading a lot in these, in the agricultural, metal and textile, and also philosophy. We're kind of lacking in those, while we're really good at military. But that needs to change, so we become more better at all things. Definitely need to upgrade the troops. Not you though, because you're shit. And I'm gonna attack this guy and get rid of him, but not on camera. If we go to North America, this army, I think, should definitely be able to take these guys on. And this one is gonna march all the way back here, because this place is unguarded. So by taking those 2, and then we can converge on the last place. So that's my plan. So we're gonna march that. And you're gonna march somewhere like there. So we have an actual good matchlog unit. We have 2 shit ones. And we got 3 pikemen. 3 pikemen should be enough to deal with this army right here. We got a spy. Cause a bit of mischief. We can sabotage maybe. I really want to assassinate this guy. Because otherwise we'll just have to wait. He's gonna stand there until he dies of old age. And I don't know if I want to keep... I really want to turn the province around from being Catholic. So I really want to get him down. But 36 is not that great. Can infiltrate, kind of sabotage. Can I assassinate 36% as well, Pontiac? We'll defeat Pontiac in battle instead. It'll be more more glorious that way. He defeated us once before, and now we're gonna defeat him. It's not going too well in terms of turning this one around to being a Protestant. It's going very slow, but that's because comparing the North American holdings, which there lives like 5,000 people, goes really quick, so there's not that much problem. In these ones, we have a lot more, so it's 165,000 leaving on this island. And so it's going a lot slower, 2.6% per turn, while in North America we had like 10% per turn or something like that. Should be able to gain tax from this now, which means that I gain 6,800. There's probably a lot of places up north that I can also enable taxing on. This place, I'm not entirely sure why I exempt these from tax. Maybe it was because we'll get a village and I could get a church maybe there. This one's obvious, and this one's obvious because these are very rebellious. But with that said, I think I've gone through everything. So, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!